Working out how English was pronounced in the past is a mixture of scholarship and guesswork. There were many dialects of English in the past, just as there are now, and as David Crystal says in Pronouncing Shakespeare, if we can estimate to within about 80% how Shakespeare's works were pronounced at the time of their publication, that's about the best we can hope for. Paradoxically, perhaps, medieval pronunciation is in some ways easier to figure out than the pronunciation of Shakespeare's time. Spelling and pronunciation drifted further and further apart from about 1500 onwards, making it harder to figure out the relationship between the two. Before that, though, English was much more phonetic, and there is one work in particular dating from the 12th century that was written in a systematically phonetic script, giving us a unique insight into the pronunciation of English, at least at that time and in the area, the East Midlands, where it was written. That work is Ormulum, a commentary on the Bible, written in verse and following a set of unique spelling conventions. The verse follows a strict metre, di-dum, 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 di. This book is English The Ormulum for thee that ormit rote. Di-dum, 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 di. That's just the rhythm. I'll get into what it means in just a minute. The poem also follows a unique spelling convention with repeated consonants to indicate a short preceding vowel and single consonants to indicate a long one. So the O of bok, meaning book, is long, while the O of rocht, meaning wrought or made, is short. Here are the first few lines of the preface. This book is named Ormulum for thee that ormit rote, and it is rote of quadrigan, of Godspell bokes fore, of quadrigan Amminadab, of Christus Godspell bokes. Because it was written in this way, Ormulum gives us many insights into the way pronunciation developed. For example, the long E of Christus contrasts with the short I of Christendom, which occurs later in the poem, showing the history of the pronunciation of Christ and Christendom in modern English. The reference to quadrigan Amminadab perhaps needs a bit of explanation. Amminadab's chariot, mentioned in the Song of Solomon, was interpreted in the Middle Ages as a prefiguring of the four Gospels. And in case you're not familiar with it, I should point out the thorn, which represents the TH sound, both voiced and unvoiced, of modern English. Most of the important elements of Ormulum are pieced together in the preface to Robert Holt's 1878 edition of R.M. White's annotated text, a link to which should be appearing above my head round about now. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Wilhelm C. Leoning, who pointed out the significance of the double consonants.